Hey again everyone, when it comes to beating fear, it's about slowly building confidence, and it can be laborious work, and that does suck. And when I hear people speak about this one trick to beat fear and this one thing and everything will be fine, you will be cured, I kind of think that's complete bullshit. Because it's just a lot of work, and you have to keep pushing yourself, and that's the only thing you can basically do. Like if there was one little trick, you would be completely cured. Of course that sounds great. Of course you would want that. But that's not a thing. There is no single thing that goes, oh, cured, better, fine, sure. I wish I was completely cured by fear and everything was completely fine right away. That would be great. Just like with Freeman, I would love to be able to show you a new trick every single week. But I know there's no way I can accomplish that. It's just not reasonable. But I can strive to be slightly better every time, just slightly. I have fear, I know I do. A lot of the time I think, whoa, see what I'm doing, and I'm never scared anymore. And the things I do, others might see that as unbelievably brave. And I do so as well. It shows the growth I've been through. And it has been about slowly building a belief in myself. But the last 2 weeks, for example, I had a few moments where I fell back into panic attacks, and I froze up again and I could not talk, and I felt hurt. Hurt that I still felt fear. It feels terrible. But then there's one thing to do, accept it and just keep going. I also fell physically in a stupid looking mistake while stepping on a railing in the dark.
Oh.
It was not too bad, but I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing, accepting it and keep going while it heals. And if you're worried, I still have a lovely bruise, but I'm okay. But hey, I'm still on a beginner level in my free run, so it might look a bit silly now. But I don't care, I want to purposely include all my failures. Well, maybe not all of them, but just show you that with any path, you will fall from time to time, be it physically or mentally. And with every fall, you have to have some period of healing. Just like when you fall back into panic, you need a bit of time to heal, to realize, oh, that's okay, and I can move on. And that's basically the same as physically falling, because it will make the next jump more difficult. And that sucks. I know, but that's what I mean. There is no single quick solution, because I've done all this growing, but apparently I can still fall back into a panic attack. And that does suck. Just like I have grown a whole lot more confident in my daily life. I will fall and I will have a panic attack. It hurts just like actually falling. And it requires getting up, healing and moving on. And that's why I think it's important to show you all my failures. Not to demotivate, but to show that falling does not mean a stop, but just a little hurdle. And I want to normalize fear and not glorify it. Does it suck? Yes. Did I wish I was superhuman? That sounds pretty cool, sign me up. Am I superhuman? Nope. Skip. And Jess is back. You have not seen him yet, as right before I started this series, he broke his hand during one of our training sessions. Now he's doing what he can while slowly rebuilding the strength in his hand. Growth has its dangers, some paths slightly more than others, but it's your choice if you want to walk that path. With fear, you might think you will never be able to do something, and your confidence might not allow you to do something you would want. I was not able to communicate with anyone, and I did not expect to be able to, but it was not what I wanted to do. I slowly started building, starting from the lowest steps, and those little steps in my beginning in learning how to speak to someone also might have looked a bit silly, especially for someone of my age at that point. That's why I keep repeating that something seeming silly should not matter. because you have to make that little step. You have to start somewhere. Of course you want to show the coolest things and you just want to be amazing at something. But you will have to look silly at the start. That's just a bad thing to call it silly, as it is a step you have to take to go better. And also this week, the acrobat I met in the last video joined me. His name is Kevin and he's quite interested in climbing a high bridge we had our eyes on. But it did scare him a whole lot, and we will be working our way up there. And I also still wanted to climb it from the one side to the other. We are going to turn our fear into excitement, because I'll tell you something else. Fear and excitement are the exact same bodily responses. It's just the feeling that accompanies it that is different. Your body goes in the same hyper-aware state. It's the same fight or flight and everything that goes along with it. Raised heart rate and blood pressure, increased respiration, goosebumps, hyper-alert, etc. I spoke more on what happened in our body when we experience fear in my video Neuroscience of Fear, link in the description. When we experience fear of going to climb that bridge, we can think of the excitement of having made it and being up there. And I think that's a good one to save for the next video. I'll see if my new friend Jebbe is ready for the climb, and then we can speak more about turning fear into excitement. And I'll see you in the next one.